Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ramos. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to cut and sew these trousers with the waistband. So it's something that you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. So let's move right into this tutorial. With 2 yards of any fabric of your choice. For mine, I'm using a crepe fabric and this is the required measurement that we'll be working with. So measure yours and let's continue. To know the exact fabric that you need for your front trouser, you need to divide your hip circumferences by 4 plus or your hip circumference divided by 16. So add us together. Mine is 40.1 plus 1 inches stitches allowance. So that is what I folded here. So I folded 15 on fold for my front trouser. So from the edges I come down by half inches for my waist stitches allowance. So from there I'm going to come down by 9 inches. That is the distance between my waist to the hip and 11 inches for my cross length. After that, I'm going to roll out a vertical line on the hip line, also on the cross line. From the cross line, I'm going to come down by 3 inches for the thighs line. On the hip line, I'm going to divide my hip circumferences by 4. My hip is 42 divided by 4, which is 10.5 inches plus 1 inch stitches allowance. So I'm going to mark it on the hip line, also on the cross line, and take it up to the waistline. After I'm done marking it, I'm going to connect the point together. For the cross extension, you need to divide your hip circumferences by 16. Mine is 42 divided by 16, which is 2.6. So I'm going to mark it from this point here. I'm going to come out by 1 inch and also come up by 2 inches and cuff out my crotch cuff. After I'm done with that, on the waistline, I'm going to take my actual waist measurement. My waist is 32 divided by 4, which is 8 inches plus 1 inch stitches allowance. I'm going to use the first part of my master ruler to connect it to the hip line. On the cross line here, I'm going to measure what I have there and divided it by 2. So after dividing it by 2, I'm going to mark it on the cross line and also on the tie line. So I have 7.5 inches, so I'm going to take it to the tie line and mark it. After marking it finished, I'm going to mark in my trouser length, which is 42 plus 2 inches hem allowance. After I'm done roll out of vertical line, I'm going to take that 7.5 inches to the hem line and mark it. So after I'm done marking it, I'm going to connect it to the tie line. So after I'm done connecting it to the tie line, I'm going to mark in my knee line. My knee length is 21 inches. You take the measurement from your waist to your knee. After that, I'm going to come up on the tie line and mark in my thigh measurement divided by 2. My thigh is 25 divided by 2, which is 12.5. So I'm going to divide it on both sides of the line. I'm going to come down on the knee line there. I'm marking my knee circumference. My knee circumference is 18 inches divided by 2, which is 9. So that 9 inches, I'm going to divide the both equally on the lines plus half inches stitches allowance on both sides, making it 5 inches that I mark on both sides of the line. After that, I'm going to connect it together. After I'm done connecting it together, I'm going to measure what I have on the knee line, which is 10 inches. I'm going to take that 10 inches down to the hem line plus 1 inches, making it 11. So with that 11, I'm going to divide it on both sides of the line, which is 5.5 inches. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to connect it to the knee line. So guys, we are done with front trousers. Let's cut it out. So guys, we are done with our front trouser. So let's move to the back. To know the exact fabric that we needed for the back trouser, we need to add extra 4 inches to that 15 inches that we use for the front trousers. So I added 4 inches to the 15 inches that we use for the front fabric. So I went ahead, I folded it on fold. So everything that I have for the back fabric is 19 inches on fold. So I'll make sure that I have 2 inches on both sides of the line after I place my front trouser on top of the fabric. So I'm using the front trouser to cut out the back. So on the cross line there, I'm just doing the lines up as a guideline. So from there, I'm going to come in by 2 inches. This depends on your hip measurement. If you are someone that has hip, you can use as much as 2.5 if your hip starts from 44, 46 above. So from that 2 inches that I mark, I'm going to mark in my waist measurements plus 1 inches for the dart and 1 inches for stitches allowance. For back extension, from the 2 inches that I come in on the waistline, I'm going to come up by 1.5 inches and connect it to the side. Just look at the way I place my master ruler. So after connecting it to the side, I'm just going to roll out the hip, the crotch, the thighs out on the back fabric. On the crotch line there, I'm going to mark in 2 inches. So this for your bum bum, for the fabric to accommodate your bum bum. So I'll mark that 2 inches on the crotch line on the hip line and use straight part of my master ruler to connect it together. So after connecting it together, on the knee line there, I'm going to mark 1 inches and connect it to the knee line. After I'm done connecting it, on the crotch line there, I'm going to extend my crotch line out by 2 inches. It's also for your bum bum. And there, cuff out my back crotch cuff. After I'm done with that 2 inches that I come out on the crotch line, I'm going to blend it to the knee line. From the side there, I'm going to take that 1 inch that I mark on the knee line, take it down to the hem line and connect it to the knee line. So guys, this is what it's looking like after I'm done with it. You can see how it is. So what remains now is to cut it out. So guys, we are done with cutting out the trousers. So let's join it together. So guys, I've made a mistake here. The 1.5 inches that I used to extend the back up already add half inches stitches allowance to it. So making it 2 inches that I used to extend the back up. So the half inch that add again, I'm going to remove it out. So that is it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark my darts on the back waistline. So I'm going to measure what I have there and find the midpoint there. So I'm going to mark the midpoint. So from there, I'm going to come down by 5 inches for my dart length. So after I'm done marking it, I'm going to roll out a straight line there. So on the waistline there, on the line, I'm going to mark half inches and connect it to the dart leg. I'm going to do the same thing to the second leg. After that, I'm going to take it to the machine to go and sew the darts. After I'm done with that, I also went ahead, I ironed my darts. So the next thing to do now is to pick the front trouser and back trouser and pin it together. So I'm going to pin both the side and the inseam leg and took it to the machine to go and stitches. I'm going to do the same thing to the second leg. So guys, this is what it's looking like after I'm done stitching it. So I also went ahead, I whipped the inside. So the next thing to do now is to pin the cross line together. So I'm going to start from the inseam line. Just make sure that the inseam line is aligned. So I'm going to start from there and pin it to the waistline. After I'm done pinning it, I'm going to soak it to the machine to go and stitch it together. After I'm done stitching it, this is what it's looking like. Guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know why this phone is doing me like this. Why is it giving me this type of color? It's like a deeper shade of fabric I'm working with. I'm so sorry. So let's continue. You guys can see that my inseam line there is aligned. So let me show you how I did it. So I'm going to turn it inside now and show you what the inside is looking like. I make sure that my stitches allowance or the cross line does not face the same direction. That is the first step. The second step is to make sure that your inseam line is aligned together before you start stitching it. The next thing I'm going to do now is to turn out my trousers. So on the back cross line there, I'm going to measure 10 inches from the waistline. So the reason why I first join it and iron it opening it because I wanted to know what to take in when I'm fixing my zip. So I use the iron to iron the stitches allowance opening. So when I'm fixing my zip, I will know exactly what to take in. The next thing to do now is to cut the band. I went ahead, I cut a straight fabric and also interface it. I'm using 1.5 inches for the length of the band. So everything that I have there is 2 inches. I fold one part inside while I leave the second part like that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the band to the waistline. I'm going to start pinning it from the right side all the way around. After I'm done pinning it, I'm going to take the machine to go and stitch it. So after stitching it, this is what it's looking like. So the next thing I'm doing now is to fix the zip. I want my zip to start from the waistband. So I'm going to start from the waistband down to the 10 inches that I marked. After I'm done fixing the zip, this is what it's looking like. So I want to finish my waistband like you see me doing so on the waistline on the zip side. Just look at the way I'm doing it. It's like how you turn in your shoulders. After I'm done pinning it, I'm going to take the machine to go and stitch it, and this is what it's looking like after I'm done stitching it. So I'm going to trim out some excess of stitches allowance and turn in the band. And this is what it's looking like inside after I'm done turning in the band. So the next thing to do now is we are going to stitch in a ditch, which means that I'm stitching from the outside, not inside. You guys know that many parts of the waistband that have no stitches is the inside, so I'm going to stitch it but outside, not inside. So guys, I'm going to follow this line on the waistline here to stitches. This is what is looking like after I'm done stitching, and you hardly see any stitches on the front waistline. You hardly see it. If you don't look closely, you will not see the stitches there. So this is what it's looking like. You can see how nice it is. I also went ahead, I finished my hem trouser with the hemming gun. You can also stitch it if it does is what you want. So guys, if you end up today's tutorial, please subscribe, like, comment and share. See you guys in my next video.